Yeah, so we are doing another one of these. All right, this time we have Lapras, Beedrill, Arcanine, Snorlax, and this Snorlax was a Mewtwo sub, because obviously you can't use Mewtwo in OU. So this Snorlax kind of just gets as close to that Mewtwo set as I can without, actually using Mewtwo. So we have Amnesia, Psychic, Thunderbolt, Rest, can't have Recover. And we'll come back to that in a second. Machamp and Pidgeot. Oh my god, bruh. Oh my god. I gotta rip my vape after seeing this. What do you expect me to do with this? How could you give this to me? It's just awful. I don't even have anything that can learn Thunder Wave. I have to rely on Body Slam, on Arcanine, Machamp, and that's it. How am I going to paralyze anything? It's just atrocious. Okay, so time to make a plan. I don't give up. I am gonna get my win one way or another. I don't care if it takes me a year. So Lapras is my lead. Because as for spreading status, it's looking pretty bad. It's looking pretty rough. Lapras can tank special attacks the best on the team, and if my opponent leads the typical leads, Alakazam or Starmie, then I'm okay. If there's a sleep lead that's faster than me, I'm going to have to pull out. I'm going to have to sack something, and we'll talk about that in a second, but Lapras is the best I got. I need to just pop off Sings. Just pop off as many Sings as I can and try to get one sleep. Just give me something, please. I'm using the best Pokemon on my team as an expendable lead. That's how desperate I am. And as for the sacks, I'm thinking either Beedrill or Pidgeot. Also, this Pidgeot can't hit Gengar. We'll come back to that in a second. But, yeah, the only downside to that, and it's a big downside, is if there's a Jinx lead, right? What am I going to do? I don't want to use my Arcanine because I don't want Arcanine to go to sleep. I mean, it's the second most valuable on the team, in my opinion, because of Body Slam, and it's not weak to Psychic. But if I try to sack Beedrill and Pidgeot, and Lovely Kiss misses, I mean, one crit on Pidgeot, it's done. And that's not out of the question with Jinx. And then not even crit Psychic on Beedrill, it's done. So I could be in a worse position by trying to sack either of these, and the sleep misses. So I guess my best hope would be Pidgeot, and then hoping it doesn't get a crit, right? And just hitting it with a Hyper Beam before I die. It's rough, man. It's looking rough. So let's talk about their movesets. Blizzard, Sing, Thunderbolt, Hyper Beam. I foregone Rest and Confuse Ray because Hyper Beam is really helpful for ranges on Chansey and Alakazam. So I have the potential to bring those down, and people don't expect Hyper Beam on Lapras. So it's kind of a little surprise for them. Beedrill, no agility because why would you even bother? Oh, I'm faster. If you get paralyzed and you use agility, what's the point? Your Twin Needle is weak as hell. So are your attacking moves. If you use agility, big deal. Who cares? You're faster now, and now you can just die at twice the speed. So no agility on this. I just went for the all-out attacking Swords Dance, Twin Needle, Double Edge, Hyper Beam, just to get as much damage as humanly possible before ultimately dying. And fun fact, also no Mega Drain, because Twin Needle bug-type attacks are strangely not resisted by Rock. So if it's a Rhydon, I'll still get neutral damage on a Rhydon if I use Twin Needle. If I'm remembering that correctly. I think I am. I don't want to check in the video right now, but I think it's neutral. Arcanine. Agility, Body Slam, Hyper Beam, Flamethrower, and not Fire Blast. Why Flamethrower? Well, I want to use Arcanine early. And if I'm using it early, that means there's still going to be a big threat of Starmie, Chansey, or Alakazam. And if I want to use a Fire Blast, they could throw that in, and then I could burn any of those Pokemon and create a living hell for myself, because now they're never going to die because they don't have a better status condition on them. So they can just heal indefinitely forever, and I don't want that. So I went with kind of a lower attack Flamethrower, but with a lower burn rate on things. Snorlax, we've already talked about the Snorlax, but there is something else I want to bring up that's more pertinent. A little Easter egg, a little thank you to the viewers, kind of a stupid but subtly meta thing that I do with Pokemon, namely Exeggutor. So let's take a look at the stats really quick. I lowered his attack stat by 10, right? Normally, you would lower it all the way down because when you're confused, you want to hit yourself for as little as possible. But since Snorlax is a physical threat, I don't want them to know, like if they confuse me, I don't want them to know that I don't actually have an attacking move. So I'm going to hit myself slightly less, right? I'm going to mitigate a little bit, but I'm also going to try to mislead them. So if I hit myself and they see it's the normal hit yourself damage range, they're like, oh, well, he probably has a normal attack. So I'm going to watch out for that. And this is especially good on Exeggutor because people think Exeggutor has Explosion. But if you want to run an Exeggutor like a healing Exeggutor, a rest Exeggutor, you can lower your attack just a little bit and hit yourself less on Confusion and mislead your opponent into thinking that you have Explosion. So they're more likely to play themselves and switch out, allowing you to attack or heal. So that's kind of a little strategy I use to confuse people. Machamp. This is the Machamp I always use in OU. I think it's the best. Hyper Beam just slaps. I don't really try to use counter or anything because, it's hard to land. And this Pidgeot can't even hit Gengar at all. No Sky Attack or anything. I put Sand Attack on it just for harassment factor since I really don't have good status on anything. So I figured may as well, try to buy myself some luck with Sand Attack. And there you go. And another point I want to make is I've actually ordered these from left to right in kind of a rough hierarchy of when I want to use them in the battle, and it kind of paints a good picture of how the macro battle space operates. So early game, we're going to have Lapras, and my preferred sacrifice, Beedrill, similar to Marowak in the previous video of it's really not too useful to me, so I'm going to try to use it up early, sack it, or space it out somehow. Then Arcanine for paralysis on something, and then Snorlax to tank up and do damage. I want to save Machamp toward the end because of the big three, and submission can really bring it home in a lot of situations if the opponent is properly harassed beforehand. And I put Pidgeot in the back just because I really don't want to use it early or mid at all, just in case there's a Gengar, and because, it's kind of weak. It's weak to Rhydon as well, so there's that to consider. So I want to hide Pidgeot as long as I can, but Pidgeot could also be considered a secondary sack if I need it. So really, I'm trying to lay the finish with Machamp. That is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the opponent into the situation where the big three can be hurt enough by Machamp for me to win, and I think Machamp is my finisher in this situation. Either way, it's still not a good situation, so let's go ahead and watch the battle. All right, so it's Elite Chansey, which is good for me. I mean, could be a lot worse. I'm thinking a Sing Chansey, and just because of how bad my team is, during this fishing session, I'm really looking for a game where the early game goes just well enough for me that I don't want to quit immediately. So I'm just going to risk the Sing on this Chansey because that would be huge for me. That would be so huge for me. I could really get a lot of momentum for how bad my team is. So I'm not looking to sack anything. I'm not looking to throw anything in on this Chansey. I'm just Hail Mary, going all out. And I get the saying on it, thank God. And I'm going to go to B-Drill. We talked about this. Why am I going to B-Drill? Well, one is because I think he's going to keep that Chansey in, and I get a free Sword Stance. And I might be able to do something. Two, B-Drill is useless to me, and if he wants to throw in something super effective, I can decide from there what my course of action is going to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the Sword Stance and see what happens. He doesn't... Does he stay in? He does stay in. Big mistake, buddy. B-Drill may suck, but come on. I'm tanking up here. I'm tanking up here. Now he's going to go to Snorlax. I'm going to go with a safe Twin Needle. I didn't do Double Edge because, recoil damage off Chansey is just enormous. So I thought I'd save my health a little bit. So I go for the Twin Needle there, and I think I'm going to do a Double Edge Hyper Beam on this Lax just to get damage off. And I wasn't going to go for another Sword Stance because if he Body Slams me and paralyzes me, there's a chance that I cannot move and do no damage before I die. So I'm sticking with the damage move, so I can get a little something out of it. Body Slam, no paralysis. Oh my God. Oh my God. B-Drill bringing down a Snorlax. Now I've seen it all. B-Drill, you dog. You crazy, crazy dog. I can't believe you did something. Okay, there it is. I don't know why you wouldn't do this right away. Right? But then again, it's like, I guess he doesn't know what I have. So there's that, but I do the Sword Stance. He could have just pulled Chansey out right away, and done this. I would have done the Sword Stance and did nothing to the Alakazam. I would have had to run away to something. And what would I even run away to? Machamp, Arcanine, Lapras, Pidgeot, nothing. I'd have to sack something to this Zam. Maybe I would just leave the B-Drill in to die, Probably would do that, honestly. All right, there it is. I do it. Arcanine time. We've talked about this. Now I need the paralysis. I'm going to do the agility right away because I think he's going to do Thunder Wave, and I can break out of it and move and try to hit Body Slams on it. Body Slam 1. Nothing. Boom, Special Drop. And now I can die, in one hit. So I make kind of a weird play here. I want to refresh Arcanine, because if I bring him in on a free entry, I can do another agility and get one more Body Slam out of it. Just give me one more. Just give me one more. So I'm going to go Lapras here. And my idea is to get him in a damage range where Hyper Beam can kill him. I don't care if it's even the max roll. Just get him in a range. Just do something, Lapras. So my idea is to do, Blizzard, a mix of Blizzard and Thunderbolt to get him to a point where he doesn't want to heal up right away, and I can hit him at the tip of my range on Hyper Beam and then maybe bring him down. But that's the best I got. Thunder Wave, right? And it's not looking good. And he's an early healer. Oh! Oh, we are in it. We are in it this game. That's what I need. That is what I need. That's the luck I need right now. Yes. But also that means I can't do Flamethrower on Arcanine if he has an Executor or something. Because there is no way I want this Alakazam to thaw out. No, thank you. That is the biggest threat to my team by far. No. So I get the freeze on the most important Pokemon on the enemy team. That's huge. I didn't even have to try to do my stupid old plan, which probably wouldn't have worked considering Alakazam's crit rate and special drop. So, Slowbro. Don't like to see it. Right here, I'm going to commit to Thunderbolt and just try to get as much damage off on this slow row before I go down, because I'm thinking Pidgeot, Machamp, and full special Snorlax. So if I do Snorlax right away, he could Thunder Wave me, and that's opportunity cost right there. So I'm going to commit to the Lapras and then throw Snorlax in and then start tanking his Amnesia. And I also have Thunderbolt on Lax, so I can 1v1 this Slowbro. It'll be a war, but I can do it, you know. And maybe even try to cheese his special stat with Psychic a little bit. But that's really the plan. And then maybe I can get him in range for an attack to finish him if I don't succeed. So I'm just going to commit here. Oh! I am a lucky boy. I am a lucky boy. My God. It was in the cards. It was in the cards for me to win this one. We are looking good. We are looking good. Huge crit. I got the sleep and the freeze. I mean, I'm in it. I can't believe this is happening right now. I can't believe this is going so well. And I go Pidgey out here, and he wakes up right away. Right away. So I'm thinking, well, at least one of those Pokeballs has to be Tauros. I'm not ready for Machamp yet, so I think it's safe enough to do Pidgeot, but he wakes up immediately. So I'm like, no. And if he has Sing, I'm going to go ahead and Sand Attack him. But he has Thunder Wave instead. No problem. Just going to do some agility. And he has Porygon. He brought the Porygon. That's just great. There is a Blizzard with my name on it coming my way. And honestly, guys, I forget what happens after this. So you're about as clueless as I am. Okay, I'm going to commit. I guess I don't mind it too much. I mean, I can try to make the Blizzard miss, right? Am I going to try to crit him with a Hyper Beam? Like, what am I going to do here? He gets it, and he's got Ice Beam, no Blizzard. So this is a status Porygon, I think. He wants a freeze and a paralysis out of this. Lapras. Right, I'm feeling pretty safe with Lapras. Back to Chansey. Oh, that's right. I can sleep something again. That's perfect. And I didn't mind if it was the Porygon. I just wanted something out of the way. And Chansey can be brought down with Machamp. So there's that. So I get to go back to sleep, Chansey. Get back there. Same plan. No! Stop! Dude! Don't do this to me. You're getting me back with all my luck. Who cares, right? I'm not going to keep playing this game with you. And does it have Thunderbolt? I don't know. I think that was the turn I discovered it didn't have Thunderbolt. Just Seismic Toss Thunderbolt doesn't seem very common. So I was going to do a Hyper Beam there just to try it. But Pidgeot's done. And I want this Chansey to go back to sleep. Go back to bed, Chansey. Please, God, just go back to bed. Please, thank you. My God. Now I have to do Machamp. Because I know he's got normal. And that's Tauros. And my last is Snorlax. And, I mean, I guess I have the option here, right? If I bring in Snorlax, he could think it's an attacking Snorlax and switch out. And then I get a free Amnesia out of it, right? And then Machamp would have been in a better situation for the finisher if I put in Snorlax. But I was thinking too straightforward. And I was like, oh man, I can't kill this Chansey with Snorlax in time. And if he keeps the Chansey in to eat a hit, jig's up. Maybe not. Just because a Snorlax has Amnesia doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't have Body Slam. But I still didn't want to risk it. I thought, I'm in a good enough situation that I'll take the risk here and use my finisher early. And I'm going to do Earthquake, I believe, right? because I don't want to hit myself for massive damage on recoil. Why did I do this? I think now I'm trying to sequence in the Snorlax. Oh, no. I could have gotten a free Blizzard out of that, too. But now I want to conserve for Snorlax. There we go. Or for my champ. Yep. It's amnesia time. Now he's freaking out. Oh, man. Got to bring it in. Got to bring in the Tauros. And I think I get half health Psychic on this. Yup. Do it again. Yeah. No. You fool. Learn your calcs. Learn your calcs. Unless he was just doing a Hail Mary right there, but I think he was. Right? No, I was slower. Yeah, I guess it was, but still. I live it, and that sucks. Now I'm going to get damage on my champ. So I need to finish off all 3 of these without killing myself with submission. And, yeah. It's not a guarantee, but it's still looking good. It's all coming together. It's still looking good. All right, get him. Almost. Thunder Wave's coming. Just one more. Just land one more, my God. Thank you. All right, now I can kill myself with a submission and finish him off with Arcanine, as long as Arcanine doesn't get full paralyzed. Oh. And he woke up again. I still get him, but my God, dude. My God, he has insomnia. And believe it or not, this was my first try with this team. It was just so hype. I thought it was hype because I thought I'd be doing this forever, but I got it on the first try. And that's why you're seeing this video today, because I just thought it was so hype that I got it right away. I didn't have to do it for a whole week and then just give up. I mean, I don't give up. What am I saying? Haha, you didn't hear anything. Anyway, guys, that is another crappy team. Bringing it home with the plays, with the plans. Like, comment, subscribe. Typical YouTuber outro. Blah, blah, blah. Next video. Bye.